and welcome back to another video. Today I'm starting a new thing on my channel that I want to do that I'm calling NerDIY, where I do nerdy DIYs. I'm just going to take whatever's relevant from movies, comic books, video games, or whatever's popular, and I'm going to find a DIY online, and I'm going to do a fun DIY to show you guys that I totally steal from the internet. So today's NerDIY that I'm starting with is a Game of Thrones related one, which if you're too young to watch Game of Thrones, don't do it. Definitely not for kids. But it's also cool because what it is a dragon egg that I made out of thumbtacks. So also for your child, this might be dangerous because I did stab myself several times. Basically what I did was get a styrofoam craft egg from a craft store and a lot of packs of thumbtacks. More than you would think you would need, which they're also not easy to find. So good luck to you if you're gonna do this. It was like 2.5 packs. It was a lot. It was like 450 thumbtacks in total that went into this thing. So I'm gonna show you close up. So I just layered them, and I'm gonna show you how I made it, obviously, because this is a nerdy DIY. But you just layer them starting from the top so that they layer up, and then going all the way down. And it came out really, really cool. They're a little bit loose, but this is just the solid silver thumbtacks. So you can paint over it and make them look like the actual eggs from Game of Thrones, or whatever dragon eggs you want to paint them to look like. You can paint them gold, however you want to do it. And then you can also seal them down with like Mod Podge or glue, just to make sure they don't pop out, because some of them have been popping out. So this is one. I'm going to be making 3 of them for Game of Thrones. I'm not going to paint them. I'm just going to make them because I kind of really love the way these look. But you can do whatever you want with them. So let's get into the DIY. So what you're going to need is styrofoam eggs. You can find these in any craft store. You're going to want 3 of them. I got 2 more because I already made one of my eggs. And they make a mess, just so you know. Like, they're going to leave styrofoam everywhere. Like, everywhere. Everywhere. And you're also going to need thumbtacks. A lot of them. In fact, I ran out and had to go out to the store and get more. If you're young, you might want to get a parent to help you with this so that you don't stab yourself. I did stab myself a few times. But these aren't even actually that sharp. Like, I was grabbing them up by the handful, and they're not that sharp. You don't have to worry about it too much. What you want to do is start from the top, not the bottom. So, top of the egg. And you're going to stick your first thumbtack right, whoopsie. You're going to stick your thumbtack right at the top. Right in the center. Boop. There you go. And you're just going to work around it all the way around the egg until you're down to here. So that's going to take a little while. And it's going to take a lot of thumbtacks and a lot of patience. So let's get started. Try to make sure that any and all gaps are covered so there's no like styrofoam peeking through. I dropped one on the floor. Oh god, I dropped one on the floor. Oh god, don't roll anywhere. Oh god, oh god. So word of advice, don't drop them on the floor because you may step on them. And they hurt. Where did I leave off? Oh no. Oh no. Right there. There we go. Going around in a circular motion. It might not be even all the way around at all, but you know, eventually it'll catch up and it'll all even itself out and it'll come out really good. You really can't mess this up because honestly, like I'm placing these all over the place and there's no way really to do it the wrong way. A couple of these little guys who don't have little needly parts on them. So those are totally just floating around somewhere. So definitely be careful because these just don't have, I don't know where they are. I'll probably find out when I'm walking around my room barefoot. So as long as you just continue on top of the last one you placed, none of them should be too loose. They might be, that's fine. You might want to like spray it down with something to set them or coat it with Mod Podge to make sure none of them come loose. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm not going to be handling these. Like, I'm not playing baseball with these eggs, so. This is what you get for playing with needles. Cut on your finger. Also, push them in at an angle. I probably should have said that from the start. Push them up and then in and down, because that'll help them stay a lot better than as opposed to if you just went straight down. This is a technique that I have learned, the dragon egg creating technique. If you're doing this with me at this point, your arm will be very tired and you'll want to give up, but we're so close. We're almost there. Also, totally don't lean your arm in the pile of thumbtacks, because you're going to pick your arm up and have a bunch of them sticking out of it. Fun times. So now that we're at the bottom, things aren't as even as they started out. And that is okay. You're going to want to look at where the top is compared to where the center of the bottom is. But now you can just start working. You don't have to work in a circle. Just try and do it so that you end up with a nice center. They're all going to end up overlapped by another one. Okay, we're almost done. Stick one final one right there in the bottom. That one right there. I don't know if that matches up. Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks like a pine cone. That's what it should look like. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this last one out. I'm going to fill that with glue. Shelby, you should open that beforehand so that you didn't have to only work with one hand trying to open glue. I'm just using regular Elmer's glue. I was going to use crazy glue, but I bought the wrong kind and it didn't work. But this works just fine. Oh, now I have to touch it and it's covered in glue. I've made mistakes! Don't put glue on the thumbtack, because then you have to... Oh, I dropped it. Okay. We're just going to shove that in there before this all starts drying. And now that should dry just fine. So just leave it. If you can find somewhere to prop it up, like, on, like, so that the glue one is up, you can find a place to prop it up like that. That would be best to help the glue dry without the thumbtack falling out. That's definitely not the middle. What I just did is not the very middle. But that's okay, because you know what? You can't even tell. Alright, so I'm going to go prop that up somewhere so that that can... Ah! This is why. And now once it's dried, your egg should look... Whoop, whoop, whoop. Your egg should look like a pine cone. Pretty cool. Bottom securely in place. None of these are too loose because I kind of packed them down, but still I wouldn't rough around with the egg too much because they may pop out. The first one that I made is much more loose than the other one because I didn't pack them down as tightly and some of them were falling out, so I'm probably gonna have to seal this one. But yeah, yeah. So now that we have all of our eggs done, I hope you guys enjoyed watching and will possibly find use of this or think it's cool anyway. Who knows? Share it with your friends who like Game of Thrones or like dragons and things. Like, look how cool, like, they look pretty top notch. And you can buy these online for, like, a lot of money. But you can paint it to look as detailed as you want. You can make them glittery and sparkly. Make them galaxy dragon eggs. You know, whatever. Whatever you want. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching and if you want to see more nerd DIYs from me, because I have a lot of ideas for things and I'm really enjoying making things, so I hope you guys like this series and are excited for it. It's gonna be a lot of stuff. Tell me down in the comments what I should do a nerd DIY relating to, like what game, movie, or comic book, or book in general, or whatever you'd want to see a DIY of something creative and fun from. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.